G'day, welcome to Emerald Grain. Before Sandy kicks us off for the rest of the video, I want to remind you that if you have any questions, there are two ways you can get them answered. Feel free to call your local site manager or your grain merchant, or you can also jump onto grainmate.com.au. GrainMate will show you segregations, opening times, live cash prices and everything you need to manage your warehouse grain.
There are heaps of markets out there that are super keen on chemical-free grain. In fact, they're so keen that they don't want anything else. So we need your help to supply it to them. To achieve this goal, we'd like to ask you to keep a few things in mind. If you're thinking about applying herbicides late in the season, do so with caution and always in line with label recommendations. Before you spray, double check that it is not going to make your grain unacceptable. The use of a few particular pesticides and herbicides are a real deal breaker for some markets. In addition, we also need you to make sure there are no foreign materials or undesirables in your loads. This can affect the overall quality and therefore the price. Before you start harvesting, have a peek through your equipment such as augers, field bins and trailers to make sure there isn't any pickled grain, urea, fertiliser or other undesirables hanging about. This is especially important if you've been carrying fertiliser recently.
As you would expect, we've added a few more steps in our health and safety processes to help keep everyone safe in the midst of this pandemic. If you are unwell or have any flu-like symptoms, please arrange for someone else to deliver your grain to our site. You should also go and get yourself tested just to be safe. When you arrive at our site, make sure you're wearing a face covering before you exit your vehicle. Please also make sure that any passengers stay in the truck. Our sample stands have been modified to provide a safe distance between you and our staff.
Emerald Grain is committed to positive and respectful relationships and safe practices in the workplace. Please be mindful when visiting our sites that we will not tolerate unacceptable or inappropriate workplace behaviour. We want everyone to feel safe and enjoy their work environment, so all interactions should be professional and respectful.
Signage indicating the maximum permitted number of people will be displayed. These measures are here for everyone's safety and we would appreciate your cooperation in following them.
While Chris is unloading, I'd like to remind you that it's important that we've got your correct contact details. We're not going to call you at absurd hours or forward you funny pictures, but we will email and text you regarding any updates happening at your local site, such as changes to segs or weather events that might impact site opening times. This info is also available at grainmate.com.au.
At Emerald, we're always trying to make things more efficient, which is why we've introduced a live digital docket system that will send you real-time ticket details as you leave the weighbridge. The digital dockets are also live on GrainMate. This allows you to search for and download all your ticket information and transfer your warehouse grain to buyers and other growers in 4 simple clicks. If paper dockets are more your style, then just let us know and we can print one off for you.
Time for a friendly safety reminder. Harvest can be tiring and this can lead to fatigue. The consequences of ignoring fatigue get heavier when you're driving a heavy vehicle. Look after yourself and those around you. It's vital to understand the signs of fatigue and take a break. Even a 15-minute power nap can make a difference. And while we're talking trucks, remember, we are required to pass on all receivable truck weights to the relevant state regulators, and we'll notify you if any of your deliveries have mass breach issues.
We've been working hard to make sure that it is super easy to do business with Emerald Grain. This is where GrainMate comes in. Almost everything harvest related is accessible through the website. You can manage your Emerald Grain stock, access your contract and payment paperwork, and stay up to date with important information and updates like live opening times and segs info. Now let's talk payment. We will continue to offer growers a flat $10 wheat and barley receivable and outturn fee for grain they outturn themselves. We will also continue to pay you in 2 business days for grain sold to Emerald. If you'd like to hear more about any of these details, feel free to call Grower Services Hotline on this number.
Click your site for more details about site operation procedures. feel free to select another site or skip.